I have no idea how I'm going to be able to do a good job casting today's best of 3 series. Let's just say that I expect these games to be rather chaotic. Here's the thing, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner in game number 1 on 2000 atmospheres with the golden minerals inside of his main base and 2 high-yield Vespian geysers. We are looking at Spirit's main command center, and his opponent in the opposite corner with the red Protoss pieces, we have none other than the Cowboy. Now, the Cowboy, of course, is one of Harstem's nicknames. Here's the thing, today's series is being played in the unfair mod, meaning that every single one of these games will have a bunch of modifiers. So I'm going to pause the game here for a second as we have a look at the different modifiers that we're playing with. First off, enabled for Harstem. I think the players, by the way, at the beginning of the game get to vote on what modifiers they have as well as what the opponent has, or at the very least something along those lines. So first off for the Cowboy, units have a 10% chance to stun enemies for 1 second. Alright, that's pretty good, right? Especially if you have like a bunch of fast attacking units like Mass Zealot or Mass Stalker or something. It's just gonna trigger that a little bit more frequently. No minimap. Minimap is hidden for Harstem. Wait, can I see this as well in-game? Oh my god, yeah, when I switch to his vision, he doesn't have a minimap. Very useful. Gold Rush, so replaces normal minerals with golden minerals near the player's main location. With a radius of 50 around it, it also replaces the Vespian geysers with rich geysers, so that's enabled for Spirit. Oh, I was gonna say, it doesn't just, okay, wow. So everything around his spawn location in a radius of 50. So, wait, what? Why does it say that this this one has energy too? How does that make any sense? Wait, why do the gas geysers have energy? Wait, why does it say they have... Anyways, okay, so this is a fantastic set of exchanges so far here for Spirit. Fog of War, removed for the Cowboy. Alright, so that means that Spirit is probably not going to be able to see very much. I actually didn't even notice just now because I was staring at the minimap, but apparently the Cowboy can effectively use MAPHACKS to look around the map, but he doesn't have a minimap to click on, so he's gonna have to scroll around the screen. Very inconvenient. There is Fight Club as well. So every 30 seconds, 25% of units cancel their orders and start to fight with each other. Okay, so this is only for Harstem's workers. And then there's Critical Strike. Units have a chance to do extra damage. There's a 20% chance to do 300 damage. Okay, so 300% damage that is. Okay, so TLDR of this very first game is that I think the Cowboy got the short end of the stick, unless he can force a fight with even amount of units in whatever way that's possible. His units are gonna stun, they're gonna be able to deal additional damage, which is obviously fantastic. The problem he's gonna run into is that Spirit will just have way more stuff, right? Am I mistaken? I mean, already, so rich Vespian geysers, they return 8 gas a trip, up from the conventional 4. Golden minerals return 7 minerals a trip, rather than the conventional 5. This means that Spirit, yeah, is going to be able to go for a very, very fast low ground expansion. He's going to be able to stick around on 1 gas as well for a long time if he wants to. I mean, if he wants to just play good old Marines, I've got a feeling that that's not a bad idea to just run off of 1 gas for quite a while. The only downside, I guess, is that these Vespian geysers will also run out very quickly, just because, well, there's still a very limited amount of them in there. But the fact that it's a radius, I thought it was just going to be the main base where the golden minerals were going to be, but the fact that it's a radius from that location of 50, yeah, it means that he's got a little bit more. So the one geyser over here is rich, but the other one is not. That's a little bit funky. Alright, so mostly curious here as to what the Cowboy is going to go for, because I think action is going to be on him, right? There's not really going to be a chance for him to play a proper macro game. I don't think so anyways. He's gonna try. Honestly, maybe one of the best moves he could have made. I mean, obviously these guys are starting off the game not by thinking, you know, too hard about it, right? Because hindsight is 20/20. But I honestly wouldn't have minded it if if Harstem just planted down a pylon over here and then 4 gateways around it, just to try and trigger that stun, as well as the, what was it, triple damage modifiers a little bit more frequently, because you can bet your ass that Mr. Spirit here is gonna try and fast expend, right? Anyways, a Reaper has shown up, Adept is coming up right now too here, so I think that Yeah, for now, the Cowboy is gonna be okay. The problem is already a Cyclone is coming up, 2 Marines are building, a second barracks is done. He can go straight into a gas over, or sorry, well, he decided to go for the second gas already, but he can go straight into a tech lab, yeah. Another, yeah, there you go. Bunch of structures, a bunch of upgrades. Just get all of it going very quickly, okay. The Cowboy going for a Dark Shrine. Now, if there's one unit that really doesn't need 300% additional damage output, the probes, by the way, were killing each other, it's the Dark Templar, right? Like, Dark Templar pretty much already one-shot everything anyways. Plus, with this amount of income, there's really no excuse for Spirit to not have missile turrets as far as detection goes. Yeah, I think what I like what Mr. Spirit is doing here a little bit better. Now, obviously the Cowboy can look around, so that's probably his thinking here. He can see if there is a missile turret inside of the natural expansion. He can check if those orbital commands have energy. So I guess he can go in for the perfect opportunity to send the DTs. That's gonna be something. Okay. Yeah, sure. Maybe a little bit overly aggressive, but Spirit already is a good amount of supply up, and it's definitely not gonna slow down. Alright, there's the missile turret, though. The problem is, once you know that the missile turret is there, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the Dark Templar? So, probes once again murdering each other. I think that Harstem here got the short end of the stick. Oh my god. Did you see that modifier trigger? That probe just suddenly dealt a whopping, what is it, 15 damage. I know, insane. Anyways, Dark Templar warped in on the other side of the map. The Cowboy at this point is probably checking. He sees that, yep, there is detection. He can also see that there's no detection inside of the main base at the very least, but what exactly is that gonna do you? Like, what exactly is the... No, I don't think that this is the right decision. Obviously, I get all the, you know, time in the world here to think about the strategies to play. But I've got a feeling that Spirit is just gonna make an army and then move across. Harstem in the meantime, going for a quick third Nexus. Not uncommon, of course, in this matchup for the Protoss to out-expend the Terran. So everything is going just fine here for Spirit, who's playing this like he's playing a serious ladder game, okay? I don't think he has to get this sweaty about it, just making more stuff and go, right? He will find the pylon over here, too. I don't think he saw the little shimmer, though. That shimmer is very difficult to pick up on. He's gonna salvage the bunker. Probably anticipating early game pressure, too, though, right? So, that's probably one of the reasons. Okay. The fact that the probes can fight each other, though. Yeah, look at this, man. This is a massive issue. Especially when the stuns and the critical hits happen. Ugh. We're already at a 50 supply lead, only 5, nearly 6 minutes into this game. Spirit giving his opponent the question mark. Yeah, complaining about MAPHACKS. Fair enough. You know what? The fact that the Cowboy has MAPHACKS here does allow me to title this video really well. Like, with games like this, I'm gonna be able to activate the ultimate YouTuber trap card. And that is clickbait. That is actually realistic, right? Because Harstem is literally he's literally map hacking in this game so far. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you very much. Anyway, Spirit, I think it's time to finish the job, dude. There's really not a whole lot that the opponent can do about this, although the Dark Templar are gonna try their very best. Yeah, the thing is, Dark Templar already deals so much damage. They're already two-shotting stuff. There you go, they got a triple hit, amazing. So now rather than one-shotting the SCV, he one-shot the SCV. Probes once again, by the way, fighting one another. Widowmine drop here, trying to be a nuisance. These DTs, oh, you know what? They're gonna be able to work through that command center quite quickly. Yeah, not bad. Spirit playing as conservative of a game as possible. Like, I don't really know why he's playing this safely. Like, basically nothing has happened in this game, and he's finding himself at a near 70 supply advantage. Yeah, he just looks at the Stalker count right now. He's like, wait a second. That is a pathetic little army. There's no Colossi, no Disruptors. It's just a bunch of Stalkers. No, don't go home. Really? We're gonna go home? Rip off the band-aid, man. We really don't need... Okay, I'm gonna speed up. We really do not need a transition towards ghosts here. Alright, that's the ending I expected. Nothing really happened. Just a couple Widow Mines here being annoying. Probably while the probes were trying their very best to fight each other. Yeah, the Cowboy definitely did not get the right modifiers there. Okay, game number 2. We are on Berlingrad. Alarak is gonna do the countdown for us, but indeed we do have some different modifiers this time around. Alright. These golden minerals right next to that classic Nexus skin? It's kind of pretty, isn't it? Anyways, so first off, reduce mining. Player will receive less minerals and Vespian gas from workers, a -1 for each mining round. Okay, so that's probably an issue for, you know, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th base, right? Not really a problem, though, when you're already starting off with an income boost. Random units. There's a chance to get random units instead of ordered. Workers, Overlords, Zergling, Zealots, Marines, and Mothership are not affected? Oh! So wait, if you make Zealots, there's a chance you get a Colossus? Yeah, it's not bad. Replace normal minerals with golden minerals, right, once again with a 50 radius around it. Remove Fog of War for Spirit. Every unit will give some extra resources to its killer. Wait, what? Every unit will give extra resources to its killer. So if Spirit ends up killing a Zealot that turned into a Colossus, he's gonna be able to get 30% of what? Of the Colossus, I imagine, right? Probably the Colossus. Kinda depends on how they coded this mod. Either way, almost all units have blink after 5 minutes. Please check hotkey collisions. Alright. So at the 5-minute mark or so, Spirit will have blink available on his Marines. Oh my god. And Battle Hunger right here for the Cowboy. Stimpack is applied to units that kill another unit. Wait, what? Stimpack is applied to unit that kills another unit. Alright, 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 alright. So I think... Oh, there's... Wait, what? Oh, there's the... the blink counter. There's the bounty board as well, apparently. Fair enough. I think what we're getting at here is that the Cowboy got... Yeah, the better draw this time around. I think I like his decisions here a little bit better. So Spirit obviously does have full vision, and he also does have a mini-map. So he can literally use map hack to go into his opponent's main base to see exactly what they're up to. Right? This is gonna tell him plenty of information. He's gonna know exactly what the opponent is going for, but honestly, I don't think the Cowboy needs to go for anything fancy. He can just do whatever he likes, just play a normal game, go for Stalkers and Zealots probably, and just hope for the best. Hope for a roll of the dice that they suddenly turn into a bunch of Void Rays or Carriers or, well, literally anything, right? Probably a good decision. So yeah, there is a... Oh, so that's how the modifier works? Really? Every time resources are reduced, it's -1? Yeah, the same for the gas. So again, though, this is still going to give him 6 minerals a trip, which is more than we normally see, and it's still going to be 7 gas a trip. Very good situation right here for Harstem, but Spirit so far. Showing us that he's capable of just, well, playing a very safe game, not really taking a whole lot of gambles. Like, the thing is, right? Map hacking is nice and all, but it's also very overrated. Like, say for example, if I were to play a game with map hacks against someone like Cyril, I would still get utterly destroyed. It doesn't really matter, right? In a lot of these scenarios, whether or not you know what your opponent is going for, because in a normal game, you'd be able to figure that out. You'd be able to figure that out most of the time anyways. What it really helps you out against is cheeses, because you can see it coming from a mile away, right? You can know that it's coming very, very quickly. The problem is that I don't think the Cowboy really needs to go for any cheeses here, because just playing a normal game is going to be a-okay. He decides to go for a Stargate, fair enough. So Adepts are coming up. That was an Adept. I hope I didn't misunderstand the... So there is a chance to get random units instead of the ordered ones. Right. Okay, so I don't know what the chance is. Like, it doesn't say. It says there is a chance. So maybe for a couple units here and there. Maybe it's 1 in 10, 1 in 5. I don't know. If we see random units, though, popping out of those... my god, Stimpack. Stimpack on the Adept. It didn't even take damage. Yeah, I don't know, Spirit. I didn't even think of that yet either. Why am I scouting when I see the entire map? That's a great point, Spirit. Spirit's sending in the scouting pro, or the scouting reaper right there to see what's going on the other side of the map. Falling completely into the autopilot. No, I don't think that was necessary. You could just click the minimap instead. Alright. So will this oracle be an actual oracle? Stay tuned to find out. Yeah, so look at the third base slamming. This is like a 3-minute third nexus. The golden minerals may honestly be a little bit too good. Like, the fact that you get more income, it doesn't sound like a lot, right? Like 7 versus 5, or I guess in this instance 6 versus 5, but it just adds up so quickly. For every second that goes by, the cowboy in this particular game is getting like, I don't know. I don't really want to make any guesses as to how many more resources he gets compared to his opponent, but it's very significant. Mules are not going to be able to really bank up against that very well, right? Anyhow. Yeah. Yeah, so this may actually work out, so if he kills some stuff, he's gonna get resources back. So Spirit is gonna get that. Plus, I guess Spirit probably wants to survive until the 5-minute mark, at which point all of his units get Blink. I mean, stimped Blink Marines sound pretty good. If he can hit his opponent in the face, there you go. He's gonna get some nice bounties from this. There's Stimpack being activated, though. So the Adept is gonna be able to run away a little bit easier. Okay, nice movement right there by Spirit. Great job. Yeah, so sacrificing these units is actually a mistake. I think Harstem is kind of forgetting about the fact that there's a bounty. Because otherwise, I don't think he would be giving away that much. So, yeah, the cowboy is so far, I think, given it... Is that what it is? Maybe I misunderstand how some of this works as well, but I think it means that the cowboy is currently giving away 75 minerals and 15 gas? Wait, what? Is that only a... Is there only a chance that it happens? Every unit will give some extra resources to its killer. It says every unit. But so far, the amount of resources lost right here. This is... Wait, is there... There's not another... Okay, well, like I said, this cast is going to be very chaotic anyways. I got a feeling that doesn't really line up, but I'm not entirely sure what the bounty board here is trying to say anyways. Either way, Marines are going to have Blink in 2... 1, 0. There we go. Can we do some blinking? Can we do it at least as far as the test goes? So it does mention, by the way... Yeah. Oh no. Blinking Marines and Cyclones to defend against the Oracle. That's nasty. So it mentioned hotkey collisions. I personally play with grid hotkeys. So my button for Stimpack is Z or Z. And the same can be set for, well, Blink. So, looks like Spirit doesn't have that problem. I guess he plays normal hotkeys. Wouldn't be surprised. That's what most of the pros do. My god, these timing attacks are gonna hit pretty aggressively, though. Oh my god, wait. Was... that moment when there's a lurker in the Protoss versus Terran. Hate it whenever there's a lurker coming out of the main base of the Protoss player. There's a Liberator now up in the air, too. Medevac, always helpful. A landed Viking. Not quite what you would expect. Okay, so there are units coming out randomly. Blink Marines into the main base. They're gonna be able to go to town here. Let's go. Blink Marines are pretty good. Oh my god, it was target firing on the Medevac. So Medevac's can heal biological units. It's not gonna be completely useless. Nice control right there by the cowboy. Like a true Terran pro gamer. He's flying his Medevacs into the force. God, Blink Marines, absolutely horrifying. I thought that this was going to be an amazing situation here for the cowboy, but this Blink timing attack on the Marines may very well bite him in the butt. Yeah, maybe the mineral difference can be made up just like that. So this is kind of a cute looking base. One high yield gas, couple of high yield minerals, but... Alright. That is some brilliant, brilliant control. By the way, in the meantime, 10 kills were made right here on this Liberator. Liberator with Stimpec. Wait, it kills something? Oh my god. That is quite powerful indeed. Yeah, this thing is on absolute fire. Even Blink Marines aren't going to be able to do much. So initially, the first fire or the first round it'll shoot is going to be relatively slow, but that damage was actually extreme. Turns out Protoss Liberators are pretty strong. Alright, alright. The Cowboy's still trying his very best to expend behind this, and you know what? The minerals are still gonna be quite helpful. Yeah, so as soon as they kill units, they're gonna get stimped. That's how it works, right? Hold up. I know I keep double checking this, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So Stimpec is applied to the unit that kills another unit. Yeah, so that Liberator in the main base, it was kind of hard to tell, but it went absolutely to town. So like the first, I believe the first SCV it killed, then allowed it to get Stimpec, and then it started just rapid firing. It's like a Gatling gun Liberator. Alright. Can you blink the... Yes, you can blink the MAPHACKS. Ay. I think just going for... Hey. This one is on vacation, don't mind him. I think just going for low tier units. Was that a loot box? Wait. I think that's probably the animation that happens when you go for a randomized unit, or when you're getting a randomized unit. I think that Stalker was supposed to turn into a different unit, and then it randomized into another Stalker. Is that what just... I think that... I don't know. Pretty sure that's what just happened, though. Alright. Banking on the golden minerals and high-yield gases, though, seems to be a pretty good solution. Harstem is still getting some reductions here and there. Spirit is going to be able to see his army coming in from the minimap, which is amazing and all. But in the straight-up battles... Oh my god, nice hit right here for Spirit! Let's go! Could have probably gotten all of them, actually, if we retarget that one. Anyhow, I think ultimately, though, once we're getting to a big battle, the Cowboy's army is going to be quite a bit better. Yeah, so I think it's about time we go. He's got one randomized High Templar, if I'm not mistaken, or... I don't know. At the very least, he didn't get Storm researched. Maybe he just went for an odd amount. Yeah, look at this. That's beautiful. Every day in my dreams. Alright, let's see. Stimpec being activated over here. Obviously, Spirit can easily retreat as well, blinking some of the weakened Marines to the back of that army. Stimpec right now becoming activated as well for some of those Archons, especially in the front. Good pickup control right there on the MAPHACKS, although a little bit questionable right there in the end. Spirit doing an awesome job, making the best of this very difficult scenario. And this is a game. Like, this is an actual game. Game number 1 was a little bit one-sided. And I think game number 2 is still going to go in favor of the player with the golden minerals at the start. But if somehow, some way, Spirit can survive for long enough and force those outer bases to be mined, the ones without the golden minerals, I think there is a chance for him to get back into this. He's doing an awesome job defending his bases here against an army that is way bigger than his. Still, though, 5 more gateways are currently coming up. The Cowboy... SCVs don't have blink? Wow! Yo, please fix. SCVs don't have blink? I mean, SCVXS don't have blink. Anyways, there it is. Game number 2 goes in favor of Harstem. Alright, so our final game for today will be on the Glittering Ashes, and this time around, no golden minerals. I think they've probably come to the same conclusion that that is a little bit too good. So let's have a look. What did we enable? First off, stun. Units have a 15% chance to stun enemies for 1 second. That's for Spirit. Random units, there's a chance to get a random unit instead of the ordered one, also enabled for Spirit. There is no mini-map for Spirit, fair enough. And there's no army controls. The F2 button and control groups are disabled. Wait, so how are you guys gonna control anything? How are you gonna make workers? How are you gonna do any sort of multitasking? They will probably still have camera control groups, so maybe it'll turn a little bit more into like a StarCraft 1 type of deal. It's gonna be really difficult to actually make an army. Every 30 seconds, 25% of the units cancel their order and start to fight with one another, right? Then there's Berserker's Blood. Attack speed is increased based on missing health. Okay. And then there is a modifier too to change the default attack speed, except workers, to 0.75. Okay. Okay. So, honestly, not a whole lot of changes for Mr. Harstem over here, other than the fact that he won't have hotkeys. A lot of changes, though, here for Spirit. So, there's a chance that they will get stunned, sure. He's gonna get random units, sure. He's gonna get additional damage from the Berserker's Blood. Honestly, I really like the Berserker's Blood. I think that's gonna hit like a truck. I think overall, though, Harstem will probably have a bit of an easier time just because his game is not gonna be as different. But overall, I think that series of changes is okay for Mr. Spirit. Assuming, like, the problem is if he doesn't have control groups... Yeah, they are attacking each other. Oh, they're attacking each other with a berserk too? Oh, yikes. That's a problem. So, once they start taking damage, they start dealing damage too. One SCV stopped building my depot? Yeah, that's not a problem Protoss players will run into, huh? So, if he doesn't have control groups, what I was going to try and say is that it's going to be quite difficult. Yeah, so they stop building. It's gonna be really difficult for him to actually react to that. Never mind. I thought Spirit's modifiers were gonna work out for him. Did they get bigger too? Look at that. Wait. This says KCM. This doesn't say SCV. Maybe this is just another language though. I'm a little bit confused by that. Why does it say KCM? So SCV is an abbreviation for Space Construction Vehicle. Maybe this is Space Construction Vehicle, Construction Machine. I don't know. Anyways, maybe it's a bug. I'm not sure. Maybe it's another language. If there's a language where they call it KCM, let me know down below in the comment section. I had no idea. Maybe it's a bug though. There's a good chance that there's, you know, just a little bug going on. Anyhow, look at the SCV! Absolute unit of an SCV. So, you can see if units have the Blood Berserk. If, what was it called? Not the Blood Berserk, that's definitely, oh, Berserker's Blood, there you go. You can tell just by their size. So units with yellow and red hit points get bigger. Fair enough. He's gonna go for the concussive shells very quickly. I wonder if that's just as far as the safety goes, or if he actually wants to fight with it. Because honestly, Marauders with concussive shells are gonna hit like a truck. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it if he just saves up a couple of them, and despite the fact that we're on Glittering Ashes, which is a huge map, to just send them straight through the center. Yeah, the Berserker's Blood here on the oh god. That's a problem. Plus, once you get to the other side of the map, it's gonna be much harder to also macro at home because there's no control groups. Oh. That's awful! That's so bad! I'm sorry about that, mate. He wanted to go for a concussive shell timing attack and he found himself with a corruptor. Yeah, no, that's not really what you want. Maybe you can do a victory laps around their base. Pretty sure the cowboy just saw them. Okay, well, this is gonna be pretty good for him, though. Yep, that's a free adept. Pretty sure he just saw it. He's gonna be able to get some scouting info in. He doesn't have a minimap either. Oh my god. Yeah, so he decides to go for an all-in. This makes a lot of sense. Because, like, he can't click the minimap. He can probably use camera control groups, but it's gonna be very hard for Mr. Spirit to do any sort of multitasking. So, just go for an all-in. I think this makes a lot of sense. Especially since that Fight Club will... or the Berserker's Blood, rather, will definitely help him out here in the earlier stage of this game. So, a little bit of Corruptor annoyance. Fair enough. Let's see. 2 shield batteries at the front coming up. These probes need to be careful, though. There's the battery overcharge, trying to keep all of this alive. Marauders, though, dealing a lot of damage, just trying to target fire down whatever they can. At this point, I've got a feeling, though, that Mr. Harstem is looking pretty good. There we go. I mean, the SCVs are dangerous. Random force field coming up as well for Spirit, because apparently one of his Marauders are randomized into a sentry. Fair enough. Yep. Despite the fact that Spirit had a very good game number 1, I think he's gonna end up losing this this best of 3 series 2-1. This was a lot of fun though. I mean, it's not game over yet, but I've got a feeling it will be very soon. Maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? That is not a bad situation to be in. Ultralisks are gonna be able to pack an absolute punch. Ultra's obviously very good at dying. If only they would also get, like, more movement speed, right? Usually they're very good at, like... If it's percentage-based or, like, absolute health-based... No, I think it was actually percentage-based right there on the health bar. I was gonna say, since the Ultralisk obviously has more health, it can also miss more health, and therefore it might do more damage because of it. Anyways, if you would like to see more of this, let me know down below in the comment section. I understand that these are gonna be pretty chaotic videos because... Not only do the players not really know exactly what's going on, I also am guessing most of the time, but definitely not against casting some more of these types of games.